Writing is fighting. Filmmaking is fighting. Making art is fighting. Right now, you probably feel helpless like I do. And if you don't, then good for you. It's essential right now to organize, to get out there and speak our mind, to change the world in any way we can, because right now the world has slipped into full-blown fascism. Now, newsflash, America has been fascist for a long, long time. When corporate entities side with the government and the government subsidizes them, that is the definition of fascism. And we have been living in that state for 100 years. So this is nothing new. We're just waking up to it because our grifter in chief has decided to fully exploit the system. He's merely taken a system that was given to him and taken it to its logical conclusion. This is why you have unelected billionaires on stage Sieg heiling in front of all of us, and the newspapers will tell us not to believe what you saw with your eyes. The news media is bought. We go back to George Orwell's quote from 1984. The party's most essential command was that you do not believe what you see with your eyes and hear with your ears. They want you to believe what is happening in front of your face is not true. But you know it's true. I know it's true. It is our job to fight like hell. Now, we could go out in the streets and protest, and we must. We can call our elected officials and protest, and we must. But we have an unfair advantage over our normal citizens, and that is we are artists. They say art imitates life. I'm here to tell you it's the opposite. Life imitates art. All these neo-fascists are getting their ideas from dystopian fiction. Read It Can't Happen Here. Trump is just the fictional character Buzz Windrip who exploits an exploitable civilization. Trump's whole game is to just rip off dystopian fiction, use it as his guide system to put us in a crunch and to systematically squeeze us all, hopefully to death in his case, and many others' cases. This is not new. This is a logical conclusion to a broken system that we've been brainwashed into thinking is the best system in the world. America is only free because they tell you it's free. We keep it free. We keep it on top of the world by bombing other countries, and we've been doing it for 80 years, non-stop. Life imitates art. So what does art need to do? Art needs to teach life a lesson. Art needs to be the leader for our species, for humanity. It needs to be a leading cause of change. Look at Rage Against the Machine. They're the anthemic originators of a lot of open minds. They're who you play when you're protesting. Their music has changed the way many people see the world. It has allowed us an outlet to scream and shout and fight back. Our art can do this. Listen, if you want to go write specs for the Lego Movie 4, if you want to pitch the M&M's movie, if you want to do tie-ins with Coca-Cola, you can do that. But understand, by checking out of this game, by waving your arms in the air and saying, I want nothing to do with it, You may think you're being apolitical, but you're actually facilitating fascism. You are facilitating a broken system. So if you want to be subversive and you want to put real messages in that stuff, then you're a good person. If you don't give a fuck, if you're trying to be apolitical, you are being political. And what you are doing is facilitating bad things. You're facilitating the end of the world. You're creating a warm balm to rub onto scarred skin. It's not doing anything. You're only making it worse. So, those out there who are ready to fight, it is essential that you sit down and do the fucking work. We all have to do the fucking work. We have to write. We have to fight. We have to tell our stories. We have to make movies. We have to change minds, and we have to do it in compelling, interesting, and fun and entertaining ways. We can change the world, folks, and we have no choice but to change the world. Doom scrolling Instagram, doom scrolling Blue Sky, looking at the internet all day and reading about how bad stuff is, that's important to learn. But let it feed your art. Let it feed your material. Turn that shit. Compress it into diamonds. We have no choice. And you might be so overwhelmed by this whole deal that you want to check out, or you feel crippled. You feel unable to create your art. You gotta do it. You got to sit down and journal out your feelings. Right now, I turned my madness journal into a new novel. I'm halfway through a novel right now. It started just as a fucking rant. I didn't know what it was until a few days in. I realized it wasn't a screenplay, it was a novel. And it's a novel about a character like a Luigi. And what if Luigi hadn't done it? And what if this guy did? And what if he was able to keep doing it? That's what my novel's about. I'm having a lot of fun writing it. I'm getting out all my madness, all my chaos. And most importantly, at the end, I'm going to have a story that we all can share and show that change to the system can be made. Now, I'm not condoning any of that stuff. I'm merely showing what could happen if a character like that were led to continue on. Because right now, I don't know what else we have. Maybe at the end of this journey, I'll find a better solution. We'll find a better way to make change. Maybe other people can read the book and tell me better ways to do it. Maybe it can inspire the powers that be to understand that we outnumber them 1,000,000 to 1. And us writers outnumber them in massive ways, not only numerically, but ideologically. It is our duty to go out there and fight these fuckers, because Elon can go and get on stage and Sieg Heil in front of everybody and then tell them he didn't do it, as he speaks at a far-right Nazi convention in Germany a few days ago on a dystopian 1984 screen, telling Germans they don't have to be ashamed of their grandparents' past, all while denying that he Sieg Heiled right in front of us. And that's scary. We think the world is over. As Trump says, drill, baby, drill, while we're in a climate catastrophe that, continuing at its pace, will kill us all of humanity. as we live in a world where we're afraid to have children because the earth is literally on fire. Over here in Hollywood, the world is literally on fire. So it's not business as usual. There's a big squeeze going on with all of us little folk. They want us to die off in massive numbers. They want to kill off great minds like yours and mine. They want us to shut the fuck up, and when they Sieg Heil in front of us, there ain't nothing we can do about it. Well, I'm here to tell you there is something we can do about it. We can call them out online, absolutely. But more importantly, we can get to fucking work. We can change the minds of a future generation. We can, as they say, disturb the comforted and comfort the disturbed. It is our duty to do this. I urge you, sit the fuck down and put a pen on paper. That's how I do it. If you got a keyboard and a computer and like writing that way, then great. If you can't write, make a writer friend who can write, direct their stories, shoot their stories, team up with like-minded people ideologically, come together to change the narrative landscape and change the world. Fuck commercialism. Fuck chasing the dollar. The dollar is dwindling, it is flying away. You do good work, and the dollars will come to you. But much more importantly, the world is on fire, and we have to start putting that fire out and showing the world how it could be a better place without the fire. We need to expose the fucking cockroaches. We need to expose the Nazis of this world. We need to tell them we're coming for you. We need to inspire the millions, the multitudes, because we outnumber them 1,000,000-1, these fuckers. We need to inspire those people to get off their asses and fucking fight this thing, because otherwise we're completely doomed. Right? Right now, if things keep going the way they are, we're completely doomed. That's it. That's a wrap for humanity. We're about to suffer the worst war imaginable in history. 80 million people died in World War II. Can you imagine how many will die in World War III? I'm not trying to scare you. This shit can be prevented. We have a dissemination of information that has never existed before. They didn't have the internet in Nazi Germany, so it was just what your neighbor told you and the papers told you. We have enough diversity and dissemination of information in the information age that even though much of it is controlled, if not most of it, there are some of us who speak clearly, who speak loudly, who speak over the cacophony, and when truth is being told, others will listen. So, get to work. I made a couple other videos about writing. There's a 2-week screenplay series of videos I did. There's also one about how Cuarón describes how it takes 3 weeks to write a screenplay or 30 years to write a screenplay. I urge you, go watch all of those. I'm putting links at the end of this video. I'll put them below too if I remember. If that helps you, great. But sit down, write your shit, get your shit out there. It is time to fight, fight, fight. The best time to plant an oak tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now. And I want to let you know, I fucking love you for watching this. I love you for being here. I hope these words inspire you, help you in any way, and fight the fucking good fight, y'all.